morning. I'm Zanari Prophet.
And I'm Jada Wise.
And this is CHS Media,
your gateway to what's happening now. Today is April 10th, 2026. Each CHS student is challenged daily to make positive choices, to think analytically, to motivate self and others while preparing to be college and career ready with at least 12 dual credit hours.
Growth mindset word of the month is determination. Determination is having a strong decision to keep going and not giving up when something is hard.
Seniors, if you would like to apply for the 100 Black Men Scholarship, the deadline is April 17, 2026 at 5 p.m. Further information can be gathered from your counselors or at the front desk. An ACT 20 Plus club will be established based on your scores from a test. In order to qualify, you must have a 20 or higher as your super score.
The 22 Pearls of Canton Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority has a scholarship available. The essay is on the importance of a college education with a minimum of 250 words, but no more than 350. You must also submit ACT or SAT scores, transcripts with grades through December 2025, and a letter of recommendation from a community leader or school official.
Sophomores and juniors, if you are interested in becoming a United Way ambassador, please contact Mrs. Love. Let's view today's video about the University of Texas Austin.
New tonight, the University of Texas at Austin will soon cut down on the amount of top Texas high schoolers automatically admitted to the university, dropping from the top 6% to the top 5%.
KXAN's Avery Travis is live on campus with more on why and the impact this could have on the university. Avery.
Record demand. That is what the university says is driving this decision, which was approved by the Board of Regents for fall 2026. President Jay Hartzell made the announcement to the Faculty Council in a meeting today. Now, if you're not familiar, all of this has to do with the top 10% rule. That was a state law passed around 27 years ago that guarantees any Texas high school student who's in the top 10% of their graduating high school class automatic admission to a state-funded university. In 2009, the legislature said for UT Austin, 75% of first-year in-state students must be automatically admitted. But it allowed the University of Texas to set that threshold itself on an annual basis. So we've seen the university chip away at the threshold before, most recently dropping it from 7% to 6%. That was in 2017. At the time, UT said it was in response to a consistent growth in the number of Texas high school graduations and a spike in the number of applications. That's something that the university echoed for us today in a statement. They say it sees no signs that demand is going to drop, and so revising the auto admit percentage now will allow them to continue to meet that 75% rule set by the state. Now, we talked to students today who had mixed reactions. Take a listen.
I see it in my program, like our seats are all the way full. Like in social work's you're supposed to have small classes and it's supposed to be intimate, but these classes are getting big to 20, 30 people, and it's a little bit harder to kind of function in a way that I would hope.
I think it's good. I think it's students who may have like different life situations can get access to schools like UT by demonstrating in their essays and in other parts of their application that they deserve to be here.
Now, at least one of the students we spoke with was in the top of her class, and she says she knows how it can feel to be on that edge and not know. So the impact to students will still have to wait and see. Now, UT did say in a statement that the demand for admittance to the university is really a combination. It's the growth and success of the state of Texas, but also just more interest in UT from some of the state's best and top high school students. Live at the University of Texas campus, Avery Travis, KXAN News.
All right. It's time.
Birthday time.
Put your hands together for birthday time. Happy birthday to April 10th, Curtis Martin and Akara Walden. Happy birthday again to you all. Now we will have our final words from Principal Justin.
All right, good morning, Canton High School. Just a few announcements as we go ahead and begin our day. I needed to go over a few things in regards to what's coming up. So, as we all know, on today, which is Wednesday, Biology 1 retest. That would be for our senior retesters. So students, this is your opportunity to go in and improve your scores. So we definitely want you guys to do your very best. On Thursday, it will be the Algebra 1 senior retest. So again, we want to make sure that we're supporting our peers, those that's testing, make sure you're present and go in there and just do your best because of course we want you guys to graduate. So in order for that to happen, you have to go in and do your part. All right. Let's see here. On that following week, the week of the 14th and the 15th will be English 2 Part 1 and English 2 Part 2. That will be for the retest as well. So all those things are going on for retest. Now, I need to talk about this real quickly. I'm going to need to meet with a group of students. It's actually going to be a group of seniors and juniors who I need to take the work keys. So with the work keys, your goal is to get a silver. Some of you guys have already taken it and you're real close to it. So when I call you, we're going to go over those logistics and definitely I want you to get in there, take your time on this assessment. Remember also this goes towards your early release for your juniors and sophomores, etc. If you score silver, that's your way in. Okay, seniors, we're trying to get you guys closer too because some of you guys did not get that mark with your ACT when you had taken that. So, and that was during the district, not away from the campus, but during the district. So, with that being said, I will be calling on some of you guys as well to complete the ACT work keys. Tutoring, I know that's still going on. So if you're being called for tutoring, please make sure you are there. Also, faculty and staff, I need your help too. During the afternoon times, we understand that the intercom is not working upstairs. So we're needing you guys to please make sure that you look at your phone and make sure that you know what buses are being called so your students won't get left. We need to make sure that that is happening each and every day as well. During this week we did decide to do something a little bit different during the cafeteria time. So during that time, students, I'm trying to treat you, you know, like you're in high school. I don't want you all to feel like, oh, I'm in middle school or elementary. No. So I'm trying my best to treat you that way. So I'm monitoring you. I'm monitoring those things that you all are doing. Now if you get to the point you feel that you're going to do what you want to do anyway, then I'll ease back and we'll go back to the original things we were doing. So I'm thinking about trying it another week in regards to the things that we had laid out for this week, where you're doing your phone or you listen to music, etc. I'm thinking about going into the next week. So again, it's going to depend on you guys, your actions. I don't like mess. I don't like nonsense. You need to make sure you're doing your work. Make sure you're doing those things you need to do in your classroom. And while I'm thinking about that, progress reports will be out next week. So we're at the midpoint. Students, like we said, this time right here, it's going to go fast. We're almost in May. Seniors, if you look on Facebook, I did do a countdown for you guys. So I think you probably like get what 45, 44 days until graduation. So we have all those things in place. Like it's going to be busy. With that being said, let's make sure we're coming to school with a purpose. Stop trying to do things that you know you're not supposed to do. Early release. I had seniors that were trying to skip classes and they skipped a lot of classes. So I'm quite sure, and they should be probably not passing those classes. So I had to change some things with early release. So going forward, you guys would no longer check out at that front desk. You go to the library, Ms. Banks will mark you off. Don't try to do anything, like I said, that you're not supposed to do. If you have work release or whatever it is that's over at the Career Center with Ms. Nichols, work-based learning, if you have that, make sure that you go over first and then you come back to the campus and sign out. That's the way that that goes. You don't sign out and then go over there. So we're going to correct all those things. I know it's April, so it took a long time for me to actually pay attention and see it. And it's probably because I wasn't up there. So I'm thinking that you all were doing right, but you weren't. So with that being said, we corrected it. But anyway, so let's make sure we continue to stay focused. And as always, as I continue to say, we are always keeping it real here on Tiger Hill 755. Have a great one.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson.
Here are a few videos from our student body to our principals. Good morning. I'm LaJada Wise.
And I'm Ricky Smith Jr. And this is CHS Media.
This week, we are celebrating Assistant Principal Week.
And these are amazing superheroes. First, we have Miss Generous Grant.
Mr. Defender Dunnigan.
And last but not least, Miss Knight the Mighty. And this is your AP squad.
Happy Assistant Principal Week.
Happy Assistant Principal Week.
Happy Assistant Principal Week. Happy Assistant Principals Week.
We want to say to each of you, we appreciate you for all that you do for our student body and school. Those were your announcements. And as always, we are
Keeping it real on Tiger Hill 755.
Have a great one.